But the game first, because, boy, this was like our opening round, right, Boog? This was fun. I mean, here come the Broncos. At home, always a tough place to play. If you're Josh Allen or whoever, and there's Peyton Manning, well, he knows what that home field advantage could be. Many a championship game there. James Cook, the rushing leader, couldn't run against Jacksonville. Right away off the right side, 24 yards.
First play from scrimmage for Buffalo, 24 yards, set the tempo for the day.
And so they're down 3-0, but here come the Bills. Wait, Cole Hardman. That play looked like the one Andy Reid in the Super Bowl ran 2 years ago from Mahomes to win it.
Same exact play. They call it corn dog, Boom.
7-3 after the first quarter. Alex Singleton, he had, 14 tackles? Fumble! Cook fumbles. Hufanga recovers it for the Broncos, a former Niner.
Outstanding job by Singleton getting the ball out.
Broncos get the ball back, so turnover number 1, Buffalo. Early second quarter, Bo Nix. He was a question. How would he play? Answer. Marvin Mims the word. 27 yards, red zone Broncos. 3rd and 1 at the 7 for the Broncos. It's Frank Crum from Wyoming, Josh's alma mater, the big guy. You know that Sean Payton loves dialing
How
this
about
up.
the big fella catching it with his hands, then absorbing the blow and not fumbling the ball? He did it, Boom.
It wasn't the last good play by a big fella. We're going to see 10-7 Denver. Game on. Bo Nix. 100 minutes to go before the half to Mims. 15 yards. Tre'Davious White not happy. Go. We had it covered. Darn it. He played so well last week, Tre'Davious. Nix. To Lil Jordan Humphrey. Nothing little about that play. It's a touchdown at 17-10 Broncos.
Tremendous play designed by Sean Payton. Beat the backside safety, touchdown.
16 seconds to go there, but this is Josh Allen. I can take this myself. I'm going to run. Look at this. Maybe we have a chance to get some points, but Nick Bonito, oh no! Devin Key, whap! And then whap! Devin Key, Denver. Oh, a fumble at the end of the half. So what would that do? They didn't have to go anywhere. They're in field goal range, Denver. Will Lutz used the kick for Sean in New Orleans. Drills it from 50. So 10-point lead rather than 7 at 20-10.
Story of the day, Josh Allen and turnovers.
Early 3rd quarter. Bonito. Look out. You know, Denver led everybody in sacks. Malcolm Roach, after the Bonito sack, pounces on it. You watch it again.
Boom. Sack calls fumble. Trifecta. Get the ball out. It's the greatest play in football for a defensive lineman.
Bills defense said, okay, we got you. We got you, Josh. You've had us all year. 3rd and 3 at the 11 Denver. Jaleel McLaughlin. No, sir. One of the rookies, Deion Walker, walks in and makes the stop. Holds them to a field goal, 23-10. But still, 2 touchdowns down. Buffalo. 2nd and 10. Caught none in the first, but Dalton Kincaid, tight ends. When he's in the game, they throw the ball better. 1st down Bills. Allen. Keon Coleman, again, out of the principal's office. I shall not talk in class. He wrote it on the blackboard.
Outstanding job from the penalty box to putting that left hand down, keeping those knees off the ground. Ball breaks line, touchdown.
23-17, game on. Early 4th quarter, Allen to Khalil Shakir, caught 12 last week. Look at him spin, juke, jive, 46 yards. Bills trying to circle the wagons. 3rd and 7. Allen. I did call this in the room, didn't I?
No doubt about it. You knew Kincaid and Knox were going to have a huge day. Get the football to your tight end. Look at Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, excited.
They make the extra point, 24-23, Buffalo. Under 3 to go in the 4th. 3rd and 11, Denver. Next, Cortland Sutton finds a seam. Always open.
And not many receptions early in the game, but late he was big.
Just over a minute to go, 3rd and 4. Nix buying time. Now he'll run it. Safe with a clutch drive and keeping the drive alive. And now 1st and 10 at the 26. Nix down 27-23. To Mims. Mims still the word. Oh my goodness. Yes. There's the drag.
Unbelievable catch there by Mims. Willie Mays will be proud. Boom, over the shoulder, little basket catch.
So 30-27, Denver. But 50 seconds left. You're going to give Josh Allen
a lot of time.
Oh, come on. Allen, 1st and 10 on 27. I'm in trouble. Look out. Oh, the flip to Kincaid for 9 yards. How does he get it? I don't know.
That's come the new thing now. We're just going to flip it out there. Josh, always the cool customer under pressure, keeping his eyes down the field, getting positive yards.
And so, Now, 32 seconds to go, second and 10 Buffalo. The hook and ladder. Shakir to Ray Davis. Davis in field goal range. What a perfect call at the perfect time.
Outstanding call by Joe Brady and those tricky Bills.
Bills? 16 seconds to go. Josh. Oh, this is for the win. Oh, they're going to go for it. They're not setting up a field goal. Oh, the Dawson Knox almost.
That's the throw he's going to dream about, or should I say have a nightmare about.
Matt Prater set an NFL record as a Bronco on this field with a 64-yarder at the time. 50-yarder with 10 seconds to go. We're tied. Matt led us. Prater. We're going to overtime. 30-30. Buffalo with ball. Josh to Davis after Denver had a chance. Then Josh, downfield, they just need a field goal and they'll end it. But Jaquan McMillan, this was,
Yeah, boom, it looks like for just a little while Cooks had it, but as he's going to the ground, he loses it, and it goes from a catch. It's to an INT.
So it's an interception. Now 7 minutes in overtime. Next to R.J. Harvey. Beautiful move between Bills defenders. He's going to go out of bounds at the 47, 24-yard pickup. Each team had the ball. The Bills drove it from like the 7 after the punt by Denver. But now it's still tied, so obviously any score wins. Next to Sutton, not quite. However, flag, Taron Johnson. Field goal range, 5.5 in overtime. Although it doesn't matter, somebody's going to score. Next to Mims. Tre'Davious White called this is not an and. It was.
This was a good call, Boom. And I like how Bo Nix put some air under this ball. He intentionally underthrew the ball, underthrown ball, defenders at a disadvantage, and Tre'Davious White didn't like the call, but it was the correct call.
Josh knows, and Tre'Davious knows, like, oh my goodness. And he throws the helmet, of course, there's a penalty, and easier kick, although it was short anyway. Will Lutz to win. 23 yards, good. What a ball game. The Broncos win it. 33-30 in overtime over Josh Allen. The Bills turned it over 5 times. And we didn't see the big guy. Nix only threw 1 interception, played a really good game. And so the Broncos hold serve as the Seahawks did at number 1. They'll play the winner of New England and Houston tomorrow. The number 1s with the buys move forward. However, what did we say? What a game this was. But then about 10 minutes after the normal press conference, and none of us really saw this, nobody at the game really, Sean Payton at a press conference, came back out a few minutes later and said, well, here's what he said. Here's the play very late in the right before the winning field goal, and 6 minutes in overtime, and Bo Nix will let Sean tell you, but watch the ankle. Watch it. He stayed out there a couple plays more, and Coach Payton then came back to the podium and had this sobering news.
Not good news. On the second to last play in overtime, Bo fractured a bone in his right ankle. He's scheduled to have surgery Tuesday of this week, which will put him out for the rest of the season. Stidham's ready to go. And it was the second to last play before he threw the pass to Mims.
You just said Stidham's going to be ready. We've seen him in bits and pieces here in the preseason. And
I would say this in fairness to what you've seen, which is very limited. He's ready. He's ready. Like I said this at the beginning of the season, I feel like I've got a 2 that's capable of starting for a handful of number of teams, and I know he feels the same way. So watch out. Just watch.
Wow. So a game of that magnitude, and now here's Denver moving forward, and they're going to do it with Jarrett Stidham. That's Stidham. We'll talk about him in a minute, although we didn't think that we would be.
Yeah.
Bo Nix, Broncos, 5-1 turnover. Bo Nix played a pretty darn good game.
Bo Nix was outstanding. The defense was tremendous. I know they gave up some points, but overall, you can see how this team feeds off of Bo Nix's excitement, his energy, his athleticism. They actually call plays, design runs for him to run the football. Boom. This was one of his better performers. Didn't put the ball in harm's way. Made some beautiful throws down the field to Mims, to Cortland Sutton. They're going to miss Bo Nix. And I understand what Sean Payton is saying, that Jarrett Stidham will be ready. He's trying to exude confidence so the team that's watching this press conference will like, okay, we got confidence in Jarrett Stidham. But understand this. There's a reason they went out and got Bo Nix as the starting quarterback.
He also is the leading rusher because they did not run on Buffalo, so Buffalo shored that up. They ran, well, we'll talk about the Bills in a minute. They ran on Denver, the number 2 ranked rush defense, but yet in the end, hard to overcome 5-1. Now, Jarrett Stidham, now you see, look, he drafted 4th round out of Auburn, right, by New England. Started a couple of games with the Raiders. Started a couple of games a couple of years ago, regular season now for the Broncos, but there you go. So let's real quick. History tells us the last person to make his first start of the season, none of those starts for Stidham were this year, in the playoffs was Frank Reich. And that was 1992, and that turned out pretty good, even though they're down 35-3, and they beat Houston, and Jim Kelly was back the next week. Jeff Hostetler, when he won the Super Bowl, was in all of December for Phil Simms. Doug Williams for Jay Schrader. I'm going back. We could go to Earl Morrall, et cetera. I mean, this is a rough roll. So you're the Denver defense who they forced 5 turnovers. So it's so stupid that they didn't play. I mean, they'll say we can play better. They have to win the game, don't they? I'm not saying Jarrett Stidham can't complete a pass.
Correct.
But if you're on a defense like that, which you were, what are you guys talking about?
So this starts with the defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph. I realize I got to be a little bit more aggressive now. I can't play to give up 21. I got to play to give up 13. Okay, so that means we got to be a little bit more aggressive. They got 2 really good corners in Patrick Surtain and Riley Moss. Play some more man coverage, put them in and bring everybody down. We can't give up. We don't need to give up any points, field goals. So where this Denver defense could bend but not break in the red zone, they can't do that anymore. I think they have to call the game more aggressively. But here's the most have to happen. Number 1, the head coach and the play caller has to put confidence in Jarrett Stidham throughout the week. That when he steps on the field next Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, he feels like he's the best quarterback on the field regardless of who's on the other side. That's number 1. And number 2, Cortland Sutton. Anytime you have a quarterback, your number 1 receiver has to show up and let the quarterback know, I'm down here somewhere, just throw me the football. If those 2 things happen, Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos can go to the Super Bowl. They can absolutely go to the Super Bowl, but he's got to be ready, and that happens during the week. His phone is going to be flooded with text messages.